Hi, this is Fred Miller with the Khalil Jameson Consulting Group. We're a management consulting firm that helps organizations align their culture with their vision and their mission and their strategies. One of the things that we have found important in organizations these days is the elimination of waste. Judah Katz and I have written a book called Opening Doors to Collaboration and Teamwork, which really talks about 4 keys that are necessary in our interactions. I want to talk today about one of those keys. And that key is about stating our intent and our intensity. This is major because people are often not clear in our organization what to go do, what's just a thought. So we created some language to help with that. This came about because I was working with a senior leader, and in that organization, he was one of the most creative people in the organization. And when he came out of his office, he would say to his staff, did you think about this? Did you think about that? Did you call China? Did you talk to John about that? Maybe you move the front part of the proposal you're doing to the back part. And then he would go on to his next meeting. And all of the team members would then say, the boss just said this, I better go ahead and do it. And so when I talked to him, when I talked to Bob, I said, Bob, your group loves you and likes you a lot, but you're always changing their projects. And he says, I don't do that. I said, well, when you come out of your office or you see them in the hallway, you're always suggesting things to them. He said, yeah, Fred, those are just suggestions. I don't mean for them to actually change things. I want them to consider that. That helped me realize that when a leader speaks, people hear it as a go-do. So they hear it as, this is what I want you to do. This is an action you should take. Often it's not. We make leaders have to always be saying a go-do when sometimes they're just sharing a thought or they're brainstorming. So we created this nomenclature to really help get clear about what's the intent and what's the intensity of the message. So we talk about a notion. A notion is just an idle thought, a casual thought, a thought I had driving, a thought I had walking down the street. I'm not needing the person to implement it, but if it makes sense, yes, do something with it. But you don't have to. So a notion is something that is available, but doesn't have to take you don't have to take any action on. Then we have a stake in the ground, like you go camping, you put stakes in the ground. Then that's something I have a position about. I feel somewhat strong about it. But I'm willing to move it. I can take it out. I can change it. In fact, my thing is none of us is as smart as all of us. And so when I give you that initial position, when I give you a stake that's something that I can move, I really can. I want to move. I'm an introvert. Things are in my head. I expect it to be better when I share it with you, we interact, and we come up with something that is better than I thought of by myself. Then we have a boulder, a big rock. And that's something I feel pretty strongly about. I got a lot of investment in it. I thought about it. I always joke, if I have a boulder and you want to change it, bring friends or bring a lot of data. But one person is not going to necessarily have me change a boulder. And then last is a tombstone. Tombstone is over my dead body. Organizations always have tombstones. They come down from the government. They come down from senior leaders in the organization, things that just have to be done. People spend a lot of time arguing, discussing about tombstones. It's a waste of time. A tombstone, you might have some chance to talk about how you do it, but not about if you're going to do it or not. So these tools, the notion, stakes, boulders, and tombstones, people are using their organizations and finding that they save a tremendous amount of time and energy. They're putting them up in their meeting rooms. People are using the nomenclature. It's really making a difference. It's a time saver, which is critical for our organizations. I'd be curious about what you are experimenting with to save time, how you might experiment with that nomenclature and see how that works for you. And see if that eliminates some of the waste, the lack of clarity in our organization, the lack of people hearing different things and going out and act on them when the intent was not even to act on them at all, and therefore we don't have the clarity necessary to do our best work. So again, please like to hear your thoughts and your comments about this, but also experiment with notion, stakes, boulders, and tombstone. They make a difference.